What's the biggest difference from one opening day to the other?
I was just really confident going into this year. I trusted the work I put in this off season, so I'm just ready to get going. Super excited.
What about the scouting report from Pilcher? Let you take it deep and it
I mean, he just was a lot of heaters, and obviously I'm a fastball guy like anybody else would. So I was just ready for the heater. Got one right down the middle first at bat, and then worked a couple pitches the next at bat, and just got another good one to hit. So, yeah.
Whole lineup, yourself included, swinging at the first pitch early and often. Is that whole team philosophy right there?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of scrimmages where we'd have some. We had to run like pulls or something if we didn't swing at the first pitch fastball if it in the zone. So that's what we're supposed to do here. We're supposed to be aggressive and early in the count with fastballs. So yeah, definitely.
Was that a point of emphasis with a pitcher of their stature that came in having, I'm not sure you do this, but in basically 20 or so innings last year, he gave up 7 earned runs?
Really, I actually didn't know that, but I mean, we just did our scouting report, and he just was a lot of fastballs early in the count, and he was usually going away. He didn't like to come in on lefties a lot, so I was just ready for it and got out over the plate. A lot of our guys were ready for it, so yeah.
More confident this year on opening day than maybe last year?
100%. I just trusted myself and understanding I belong here, because last year I was super nervous and just like didn't know what was coming, but I was definitely ready this year.
What were your thoughts of Thomas's performance?
I mean, unreal. That dude can chuck it, and he lives off his heater and struggled a little bit getting up in the zone, but he just went back to his slider and it was just in the zone and often. So really good.
There are a lot of new faces this year. 27 new players are on the roster. Was it difficult to adjust to a new locker room, or did you manage to connect with everyone pretty quickly?
I feel like we did a good job in the fall. Our very first day of practice, we had like a Devil's Challenge where it was just a tough 115 degrees, and we ran 2 miles, did a bunch of stairs and stuff, and it instantly gave everybody on the team something to bond on in the locker room. So it was just right to talking and bonding. So I think we just, right from the start, we're just good clicking.
Thomas, was there any nervous energy out there at any point today?
I mean, yeah, you gotta deal with it and adapt, and just figure it out and ways to work through it.
What about sort of the strong start attacking hitters sort of allowed you to get in a rhythm and sort of settle in out there?
For me, starting ahead is the biggest thing, and you have many options to go with. Like early in the game, it built a lot of confidence, I feel like, for me, when things were going well. And then when things went bad, obviously, I slowed down and reset, I guess flushed it, whatever just happened, and on to the next guy.
We just talked about it yesterday about the need to give up the big hit and then keep going. That was something that maybe last year's team didn't do so well. Do you feel like you did that really a lot better tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like everyone that got hit around a little bit or whatever, they all bounced back. We all bounced back pretty good today. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for tomorrow.
How did you feel just about your stuff and how it was working tonight, what you were wanting to get to and able to get to?
Yeah, I mean, everything was working really well today. Pretty amped up, but excited to get the first one under the belt. So.
You were in the dugout for a very long time during that second inning when it just felt like it just didn't end and all the offense from people like Isaiah and others such. But, I mean, what were your mind process going in the second inning when you knew going to the third you were going to have that big cushion of insurance, I guess?
I mean, for me, that's huge. Like, pitching when it's even is definitely a lot harder than pitching when you're up a ton. I feel like you can pitch a little more relaxed and, like, just pound the zone and trust that the defense will make plays.
Thomas, Isaiah was saying how you usually live off your fastball. Breaking stuff was working really well tonight. How did establishing your fastball allow you to really make some of your stuff well?
I would say my slider would definitely be, like, my pitch that I can get whenever, wherever. And obviously, like, my other off-speed was working really well tonight, so that really helped a lot. So.
Brandon, being a redshirt freshman, didn't play last year. First day of the Sun Devils, a home run. What did that mean to you?
It was huge. I mean, it just makes you feel like all the hard work you did paid off and stuff. So it's game one, we won, and keep moving forward.
How does it just feel to be back out on the field again and be able to have that kind of performance tonight with the guys rallying around you?
Feels good to play meaningful baseball again. I mean, summer ball's fun and stuff, but playing for a school and the state is awesome. So, yeah.
Isaiah, too, you agreed with being able to
Absolutely. I mean, there's no better feeling than wearing the Devils across your chest. So it was super fun. And the boys behind you, and we're a lot of energy today. So it was super fun.
Continuing to pour it on against an opponent that made a regional last year, is that just part of the higher standard that you guys are trying to live up to this year and to achieving the Omaha dream?
100%. I mean, last year we just fell up short just by possibly one game. So we're just full throttle this year because people at the selection show don't really like us much. So we got to prove it to them.
Thomas, what was your process throughout the week in terms of strength training or just your routine? How sort of similar was it to recent weeks? Was it a constant things that sort of allowed you to, get familiar with how you would be prepping?
I would say building up in the inner squads, just adjusting to hitters, like one of the top lineups in the country, I would say. Just having to face them day in, day out. And then just like the mental side, like mentally preparing every night, like every hitter that I faced out there today, like I've already faced in my head before, so it's just easy, so you know everything that's going on.
Is that the mental imagery you're
Yep.
talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah, so in sort of your prep and watching this team, the Santa Clara team, lots of good hitters on that team. What was, how often is that sort of imagery thing? Is that like a nightly thing, or just what are some of the details behind it?
Yeah, I mean, I like to do it every night. I watch a 10-minute Brian Kane video. I just think that really helps me lock in, like, every single day. I come to the field, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I've been there before, so.
For all you guys before the game started, was there out in right field, was that a little team prayer kind of thing that you guys were doing?
No, Carlone was rapping.
there was a prayer before that when everybody's on a knee with their hands around each other, and then we had Carlone. Yeah, he was rapping a little bit, getting us hyped. So
Freestyle?
yeah, I mean he likes. So our first scrimmage in the fall against the team against San Diego, he was just like, guys, I got a rap for everybody, and then he's just one of those clubhouse guys everybody loves. So like it just got us super excited and got us going. So he wanted to do it again today, obviously. So. It got us. No. He wanted to do it, and we wanted him to do it. So
Spitting bars.
100%. If he wants it, he's got it.
Yeah, we also talked about that yesterday, how he's kind of like sneaky funny, but doesn't always show it. Is that kind of his personality you described?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a goofy guy, just long levers. He's always super goofy, but he's just really funny. Like anything he says, it just be out of nowhere, and we're just all laughing.
Brandon, you were one of many people who mentioned in the preseason about how deep this offense could be, about 15, 16 guys deep, and the ceiling that it could have.
Yeah.
Obviously tonight's one game, but 11 runs. I mean, what is the ceiling you feel like for this offense?
I mean, today's like the expectation. I feel like just aggressive, just continuously just pouring on runs and hits, and just quick runs. That's what we expect.
Isaiah or Brandon, sometimes it can take a while for you to start to see the ball well at the plate. How does it feel to just right out the gate start out hot like this, and what do you think that does for you going forward this season?
I think it just starts in the scouting report, and kind of like what he was saying, just mentally preparing yourself of what you're going to see. Because if you watch enough video, you know exactly what's going to come, and I feel like we did enough of that and understand that guy's a fastball pitcher, and I'm just ready for that heater.
Thomas, how much did getting that early lead help you settle in through that first two innings?
I'd say my first college outing, it definitely helped a lot. Like knowing that the defense and the bats got my back, and anything that happens, they're always going to be there.
Thomas, Peraza said that the reason you were out there starting was because, part of it was because if you allowed a run, or if the team allowed a run, you were not going to get discouraged. How did you respond when John Baring hit that first homer?
I mean, you just got to bounce back. Hitters hit. I mean, like the whole staff today even came back, and everyone bounced back good, I thought. All the mental side that's everyone's been putting in paid off today.
What'd you make of Baring's night? He had a couple of home runs. He only had one last year.
I mean, he's good. He can hit.
Actually, our scouting report on him was play him in a little bit, play him a little pull side, and because he only hit one home run last year, so we weren't expecting that. So just had a good night.
Thanks, guys.